Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to our live stream for the January 2024 Operating Crew. Happy New Year, everyone, and glad you could join us this evening. And we've got two guests joining us tonight. The gentleman in the top right corner you'll recognize as the executive producer of Around the Layout, joining us from New South Wales, Australia, Paul Cassar. Paul, good to see you, my friend.
How are you? Good to see you. Happy New Year and off to a good start.
Yeah, you had a little bit of a head start on us on the new year. I was wishing you Happy New Year, and it was old news to you, but yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
It was a great 2023, and I'm looking forward. It's going to be an even better 2024 here at the show, and you're certainly a big part of that. So good to see you, and glad you were able to join us tonight. And then also joining us this evening is Joe Bohannon, coming to us from the Dallas-Fort Worth area, live from the sleeper of his truck, as he's joining us on the work day for him. But he's taking some time out of his schedule and done some really generous thing here. He's given us 2 items to give away as part of the Operating Crew giveaway. So we're looking forward to checking that out here in a bit. Well, let's start by saying hello to a few folks. Darren Lee joining us also from Australia. Happy New Year, Darren. Good to see you. We got Bruce Castle joining us from Nova Scotia. Bruce, Happy New Year. Good to see you. And then Eric, we just saw a video from him, and but that was a lot of fun. I thought you were going to burn your layout down Joe Mammy style, but that was a really cool video you put up. Thank you for supporting Around the Layout podcast with that shirt, and look forward to checking out your videos that you have coming up. And Roger Coleman, good to see you as well. Happy New Year. Thanks for joining us here tonight for our Operating Crew giveaway. And then John Garvin as well. It's good to see you. So quite a few people checking in with us. Appreciate you coming by to see us. Got a couple things we're going to talk about before we do the Operating Crew giveaway. I want to share with everybody. I guess the big event coming up, we're getting really excited about it, is Amherst, the Railroad Hobby Show that's being held at the Big E up in West Springfield, Massachusetts. I think it's kind of become I was trying to come up with a comparison. It's kind of like the SEMA or the Consumer Electronics Show of model railroading. It's the big one, and it's one that everybody looks forward to going to. And Joe, you're going to be joining us up there as well, right?
I will. I'm looking forward to it. It'll actually be the 3rd year I've gone, and I think you hit it. It's the big show, isn't it?
It is, and a lot of excitement for that. We're going to be there, and this is where we're going to be, 89D in the Young Building. We've got some pretty cool neighbors. In fact, their names are going to be coming up here shortly. We're going to be right near Chris Palmieri at Home Shops and Greg McComas at Macrail, and then the folks at White River Productions will all be right in that area amongst a whole bunch of other really awesome things to see. So really nice spot, and looking forward to seeing folks there. We've got a couple things to do as well, other than coming by and meeting us. We love to talk to the folks and, hear their feedback and the whatnot. But we're also looking forward to doing this, which is giving away a Scale Trains Rivet Counter ES44AC. This is the Norfolk Southern Conrail Heritage Unit. Thanks to the folks at Scale Trains for supplying that to give away. So if you're at Amherst, all you do is simply come over to the booth. You show us on your phone that you're subscribed to the podcast, and we'll give you an entry to win. Now, I would imagine that most folks that are here are probably subscribed to the podcast. But if you're not, or if somebody isn't and wants to get in on the entry, they can subscribe right on the spot. They bring their phone over. We've got the quick readers. You hit the quick reader and subscribe, and we'll give you an entry form. So great prize to win. Beautiful locomotive. I only looked at it. I took it out of the box. I took one picture of it and put it right back in. It is brand new, never been run, right from the folks at Scale Trains. So really great prize. That's a value of $300 there. So really nice prize to win.
We're so lucky to have great sponsors, or supporters at least. That's the second locomotive that Scale Trains have given us to give away.
This is the first one, but they've also given away some gift cards as well. So, there's some beautiful things and that they've done for us, and this is just tops when it comes to the things that Scale Trains is doing. So, Thank you to them, and good luck to everybody who comes by at Amherst to say hello, and make sure you get over there early and get your entry into the contest.
I'd really like to be there one day. You never know.
We're going to get you over there at some point, Paul, and you'll definitely enjoy it. It's 4 buildings, sure. And who knows, it just seemingly grows and grows every year. It's definitely the place to be. So the other item that we want to make sure you mention at Amherst, you've heard me do the wear a shirt, win a shirt. Now at Amherst, we're going to be doing wear a shirt, win stuff. And to do that, you're going to need a shirt to do that. And right now I'm doing 10% off all our shirts in the fan shop. When you check out, use the discount code t-shirt. So go to aroundthelayout.com, click on fan shop. And then from there, you'll be able to browse our selection of t-shirts. Our apparel, I always keep as minimal as possible. I'm not looking to make money on it. I just want some really cool swag out there for you folks to have. And those that love to show support of the podcast, you'll be able to get some apparel to do that with. And then we knocked another 10% off of that just to get the shirts out there and get them worn at Amherst. So if you wear a shirt, you're going to get an entry and you could possibly win some stuff. So make it worthwhile. So definitely check that out. Again, aroundthelayout.com aroundthelayout.com, and then click on fan shop. The other thing I also want to remind folks, and this is something you've done already, Paul, is in our What's Happening in Model Railroading show, we're doing a segment called Ask Tony, where you can go on and ask Tony your model railroad question. You can hear yourself live on the show, and you record a message. We play the message on the show. Tony answers your question. We select 2 each week. To submit that, go to aroundthelayout.com/ask Tony. And there's a banner for that here, if you can find it there, Paul.
Yep, I shall bring that one up. I'll bring up the link.
I got it right there. Aroundthelayout.com/ask Tony. Click the button. There's some instructions on how to record your message. Send that in. Our next What's Happening in Model Railroading show, I believe, will be January 16th. So make sure you get your entry in for that. So get that in by the end of next week.
It's a good opportunity for our listeners to ask Tony a question. He's probably one of the number one people in our hobby who knows more about the hobby than I'll ever know. So he's great to ask about what's coming up in manufacturers, whether or not he can tell you, but also asking about, anything prototypical as well. So take advantage of it, because I actually think it's a really good part of the show now. I think it's a good addition. So take advantage of it.
We love to hear from the folks that are listening to the podcast. And again, if you have a question regarding anything model railroading, or like you said, even the prototype, Tony's willing to take a look. He'll do a little research and he'll get you a great answer. And if you've listened to the last couple, he's answered questions that it's just amazing the amount of knowledge that he has or is able to obtain. So definitely check that out. Again, aroundthelayout.com/ask Tony. Submit your questions. Get them in by the 12th of January. So that gives Tony a little bit of time to get them researched. So again, aroundthelayout.com/ask Tony. Love to hear from you and hear your question. And then let's get to some winning here. So Joe, why don't you tell us a little bit about these 2 awesome cars that you have provided for us for the Operating Crew giveaway this month?
Yeah. The yellow one is pretty obviously a Chinook Lines car. It's something that was developed in conjunction with Home Shops, and I'm ecstatic that I was a part of that. We went into a little bit of detail on a previous podcast when you guys interviewed me. So if you're looking for some background on how to use that car, feel free to dial back and listen to that podcast. But it's also paired up with the Tennessee Southern 4427. And the reason why I wanted to do a bundle and pair them up is the TS is a railroad modeled by Alan Whitaker. And when I first joined Facebook, when I was developing the concepts of my freelance, he had an established one and he had a layout. He was promoting it, putting a lot of photos out there on it. And it was just a tremendous encouragement to me to pursue my wants and develop my concepts. And we've become good friends ever since. I've gotten to operate on his layout. My locomotives have visited his layout, and really he's just instrumental in the background of Chinook. So I thought it was important to be able to share that with the rest of the listeners.
It's pretty well. It's amazing to me that how well networked you freelance model railroaders are, and the connections that are made. And I don't know if maybe Chris Palmieri's become kind of the hub there, and he's definitely with the home shop stuff has connected a lot of the freelance model railroaders out there, but certainly has gotten names out, which is super cool. Names I may not have heard before, including yours. I mean, I know you were a connection through Chris, and now Alan with the Tennessee Southern, and some really great schemes that are put together, both yours and Alan's.
Yeah, no, thank you. Chris is, we don't need to put him up on a pedestal, but he is a keystone in the community and very much appreciated. And I consider him a close friend. So thank you, Chris, when you listen to this.
Yeah. So Chris, great job. He's doing an awesome job with the home shop stuff and using Tangent products, which are just phenomenal. These are really high quality cars.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And he does have other products from other manufacturers coming out, and he's maintained that equal level of quality throughout all those product lines.
Yeah, definitely. He's doing a lot of great stuff with these freelance railroads. Such a great selection. The two cars here, just to give you a little bit of detail. The first one, as Joe mentioned, it's a Chinook Lines Greenville 86-foot double plug door box car. If you don't win tonight, they are still available on Chris's website, homeshops.net, as is the Tennessee Southern Tangent PS 4427 covered hopper. Again, that's representing the freelance railroad of Alan Whitaker. And also included in this is a pack of EOT flags from our good friend Greg McComas at MacRail as well. So,
yeah, absolutely. Greg is also a big supporter of the freelance community. He's got the Michigan Interstate and a local modeler here as well, and consider him his friend as well. So I wanted to include some MacRail products to both share his products out there and get them out there where people to see them, and they're great for operating sessions and adding interest and challenging modelers as well.
Absolutely. I think these are you talk about the freelance network down there, and you include Greg in that, and just so many great. I've got the opportunity I was given. Not only I got to operate at Greg's, I got to operate at your layout as well, and I got to work a job in the train shed that holds the Chinook lines. So that was quite a bit of fun. And boy, I learned a little bit from a real model, from a real railroader, that how to do some stuff. You had a very challenging switch job there, and I was sweating it out for multiple reasons. It was brutal hot that day, but also trying to figure it out. But it was good. It was a good challenge, and I had a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah, no, thank you. I hope it was a challenge, and I hope it was fun. Maybe not at that immediate moment, but you performed really well on a challenging bit, and it was really cool to see how you formulated your plans through the process.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, it was, again, a lot of fun, and look forward to my next trip to Texas and my next shot at switching your layout. So I'll be looking forward to that. But until then, in the interim, I should say, let's give these two cars and the EOT flag set away. Well, we're going to pull up the big wheel of names here. These are our operating crew members. There is over 110 names on this wheel. Awesome support. I'm just absolutely humbled and appreciative of all the folks who have become an operating crew member and help support the podcast, keep the things that all of that support helps us do cool things like give away locomotives, because as much as the locomotive was given to us, all the supporting stuff that happens to make the contest happen, and the cost of all the promotional materials and entry slips and all that kind of stuff, that's the operating crew helping out. And that's just so appreciated. And so glad to be able to give away great things. And again, Joe, we're really appreciative of you supporting this tonight. So with all
my
that
pleasure.
said, let's give it away. So let's click the spin and
Good luck.
let's see if Chris Palmieri wins his cars back. Let's go. No, it'll be Raymond Gastineau who's our winner tonight. So Raymond, congratulations. I'll be reaching out to you, getting you an address. We'll get that to Joe so you can get these cars out to you. And we certainly appreciate the support you have given along with everybody else. And congratulations.
Congratulations, Raymond.
All right. Well, we'll take away the wheel of names here so we can get all three of us back up here again. We'll take another scroll through the comments real quick, Paul, if you want to pull those up. And then we'll say hello and we'll say goodbye to some folks, and we'll let Joe get back to work here. Marty's Train Shed checking in all the way from Australia. Good to see you, Marty. Hope things are going better for you. I know they went through some tough times with the weather there on the windy Gold Coast, and hope things are improving.
Darren as well had a lot of trouble with weather up in Queensland on the Gold Coast. They've been without power for about 2 or 3 weeks now, I think.
Yeah, that's a tough gig. I thought I knew what it was for 30 hours, and it was tough, let alone being out for an extended period of time like that and facing those weather challenges. So, Devin joining us tonight. I didn't put mine on. I maybe I should, because there's a little bit of glare coming off my forehead. Maybe a mesquite belt hat would have helped with that, but Joe's wearing his mesquite belt hat. There was another layout I got to operate down in Texas, another great opportunity there. So Marty will be coming over to Amherst to represent all of Australia. No pressure, Marty, but he'll be representing the entire continent as you come over to Amherst, and throw Paul in your baggage. Just kind of sneak him over there with you. He would love to come over and check it out. So
make sure they pack a coat though, because it's probably warm down there, and they come up here and it's cold.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, well, it's going to snow here this weekend, so I'm hoping that maybe Mother Nature gets it out of her system, so that we're at the end of the month we'll be in good shape. Darren, I see Darren's got a comment there. He's still out with no power, so boy, that's just absolutely got to be tough for you to go that long. But wishing you all the best there, and hope things come up to that. And Jason puts a comment, come to Iowa sometime to operate. I'd love to be able to get out to the Midwest. There's a few that I'd love to see out there. And so, yeah, we'll definitely love to get around and see a whole bunch of layouts. But 27 hours in a pressurized toothpaste tube, pretty much. Yeah, who is the singer of the song 24 Hours to Go? I Want to Be Sedated. That would be me. That would be me. Just sedate me and wake me up when I get there. So, all right, folks. Well, I'm going to let you get back to your Friday night, and everybody, thank you for coming by and checking out the Operating Crew giveaway and seeing what we've got going on also for Amherst. Hoping to see as many as possible that can make it to the show at the Big E. Make sure you come by the Young Building again, 89D. We'll be hanging out with near the Mac Rail and Home Shops guys, and also near White River Productions, amongst others. Joe Mammy will also be there with me, and if you so happen to have, for some reason, a copy of his book, Design It, Build It, Burn It, he will autograph the cover for you. So make sure you come by, see us. Joe's also going to be there, so we'll definitely be hanging out with Joe, and great time to meet each other and have a little camaraderie at the show. So until then, Joe, thanks again for your offer of these cars. It was an awesome support to the podcast. We certainly appreciate it. And congratulations to Raymond for winning these beautiful cars. And Paul, thanks for joining me again. And
anytime.
Again, Happy New Year to everybody here. And we will see you again soon. Take care.